So we're now going to talk about composite functions, and composite functions work just like a function we saw before, except now you can think of it as there's more than one process at work. So going back to my pencil analogy, so you start off with an unsharpened pencil, and then what happens next is it goes into the sharpening machine, and that's a good one. Before that was just the end of what was going to happen. But now we've got this new function called G, which is going to add a rubber to the pencil. So what's going to happen is it's going to move from an input, it's going to be sharpened, and then it's going to be having rubber added to it. And then you're going to end up with a sharpened pencil with a rubber. Obviously, this is going to be happening with numbers. So what we have here, we can think of the first stage as being F, and this second stage of being G. This step here is obviously G here. So what's happening is your input's going to there, and then it's having a second process worked upon it by G, and this whole function here could be called something else. It would be called H. So H is the composite function of G and F, and the input is X, right? So H is the composite function of G and F. This is read as G of F of X. Sometimes the wording of it can be a bit more confusing. Now, if I give you an example now with numbers, maybe this will help show you what we're looking for as well. So instead of having pencils here, we're going to have numbers going to put in. So what's going to happen first is the first part is going to times it by 3, and then it's going to add 2 to that, and then we'll get our final output. So we're saying h of x is 3x plus 2. This is a composite function. There's two things happening here. So first off, we multiply by 3. So times 3, which is 6, minus 2 times 3 is negative 6. 0 times 3 is 0, 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, that's our first part. And now we've got our plus 2. So now we're going to add 2 to that. Add 2 to all the parts. So we're left with a final answer, which is going to be, well, negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. And then 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. And then 6 plus 2 is 8. So that's our output. Okay, so composite functions are well, you just can think of them. They're a function. They're often called a function of a function. So it can be written in the form of h of x is equal to g of f of x, like I said. So read as g of f of x. Same way that you write, for h of x, you say that, but instead you've got two functions, so it's g of f of x. So you can think of it as one big function with lots of functions working inside it.